Today I've been asked to present on the food safety programme, and that's what we'll be focusing on specifically, and it's exactly what it says on the tin really, a programme based all around ensuring better food safety for our industry and providing assurances to all and ultimately clearly the consumer. Now, the collaboration between Elanco and Noble Foods was born from Elanco approaching us some time ago, back in 2018. At that point, the FSP was ready to launch as a pilot project, but Elanco were aware that they had some gaps to enable them to get everything out of it that they needed. We, in turn, at Noble Foods lacked the specific knowledge and the science, if you like, behind that. And so therefore we felt that the join up between both parties would be good for all. And in essence, we want to quantify, analyse and benchmark. But ultimately, what would underpin the FSP's success? Very, very clearly, balance is the key for the producer. And the process has been developed for the betterment of our industry as a whole. And therefore, every party in that supply chain must be engaged. I think it's unquestionable that the producer's focus is on best welfare for their birds. Productivity is what ultimately the producer and everyone else in the supply chain is searching for. But we must not be immune at any stage in this, that the important part for the producer at the end of the day is the pounds, the shillings and the pence. We believe that the focus of attention provided by the FSP in certain areas on the farm is intrinsically linked to productivity, and therefore hopefully would bring the producer profitability improvements going forward. We were fully aware producers are already under a great deal of pressure. They already spend an awful lot of time on the various industry audits, etc., that are needed to take place on the farm. It's not a fault-finding mission in any way when we go on farm. It's merely assessing areas to focus on improvement. And that really should provide an all-important step change on food safety assurance around farm. And that's got to be for the betterment of the whole industry. Completion of the FSP across the producer base creates a benchmark. It highlights the specific focus areas, and we therefore focus our attentions upon that, and we integrate the business training, both internally, so for the Noble Regional Management team, in terms of understanding the process, taking the learnings from that and rolling that back out onto farm, but also then obviously for our producers and their staff members, and integrate some training into their day to enable them to understand the process better and carry out and maintain those improvements on farm. The report gives us options, not directives. It's about continuous improvement. The FSP is proving, I believe, to be a really useful tool. We're getting the engagement from the producer base as we take that out there. In exploring food safety risk, and as we gather the data, as it grows more, I think we'll see that the link is there. We've now officially relaunched the FSP within the Noble and Elanco teams. We'll obviously continue to measure the data, but ultimately the FSP, in our belief, is bigger than both Noble and Elanco. It's about security of food supply for the betterment of our whole industry.